me.
Yo, the funniest shit ever,
Stop
y'all.
tagging me.
The funniest shit ever.
That's funny, and now you want to
show. I had to remove her because she said, "E, stop tagging me in all your shit." So we say that to say that this is gonna be the new show again.
No, it's because all of the comments and all of the likes, and my phone is dinging.
I know.
And I'm like, damn, I see it, I like it, and then it's like somebody coming in there, they're clicking, and I'm like, what? And I look to see what I'm actually tagged, and it's like, what the fuck is this? This doesn't even concern me.
No, man, look, I can't make this up. I told y'all when we did this show last week, of course, we had a couple more ladies on the show, and I think one will be appearing sooner or later as this evening rolls on. But again, you see me, I'm your boy EDUBs, I'm After Dark. But I got something special to announce this week before I roll into our sponsorships and the people that we're associated with. I got a big announcement. Now, you saw the dynamic of the the three ladies and myself last week on the show, right? And I said it was EDUB's Dark Ladies Edition. Well, here's the twist. I was going to surprise y'all last week, but I said, no, I'm going to hold off because this is why you build that drama, right? And this is only on Total Define Entertainment. That's on YouTube, right? So you see her sitting next to me, this beautiful young lady who's going to support this new show that we're bringing to the table, which is now the ENT show. But we're going to come up with another name. We might even throw it out there in the DMs just to see what you guys think and how that should look, right? Because we're going to talk about relationships, what those relationships look like, things that now you guys don't have to just listen to me talk my shit, because I do that every week and I do it pretty well. Now you get to hear from another person's perspective, but it's a female that's going to tell us about that. So T, spinning into this show that we're going to do, I mean, how do you feel? What are you looking forward to? And are you excited?
I'm so excited. I'm actually, okay, so I'm shy. A lot of people don't know how silly I am.
Okay.
but
they'll find out, right?
On the shy side, but I'm very vocal.
Okay.
And I also don't have much of a filter as well, because
Gotcha.
I feel like we're adults.
That's a fact.
And I feel like a lot of things that we all go through in life, we don't talk about because we feel like we can't talk about it. We feel embarrassed about it. We feel like,
or you just and I get that, you feel uncomfortable just speaking in a space where you feel like there's no judgment. Right. That part.
And then so you feel like, okay, I can't talk about that. I'm going to keep it to myself. But then you have a bunch of other people that's just keeping it to themselves because they feel like they can't talk about it. Right. So I'm excited to be able to bring it out.
We're going to bring it to our audience. You guys are going to see this in real time.
Things, and probably some things that we don't talk about, and a lot of people have been through, and we can learn from each other. I don't know it all, but
But listen, y'all gonna figure it out, and as Kevin Hart would say, y'all gonna learn today. So listen, we got a dope show, man. But before I do that, of course I got to talk about all of the people that support the show, support the movement, support a Black-owned business, right? Because at the end of the day, without me having my LLC to protect my name, protect our company, there's people that support this company. And that's Dr. Bryant Green. That's Always Best Care, man. Listen, that brother's doing some dynamic thing. He's got Beezy's about to open up the new dispensary for marijuana up in the Northeast, man. The grand opening is coming very soon. I'll keep you guys posted on the dates and what that looks like. But I'm telling you, the mayor's going to be there where she was when he broke ground. So again, this is going to be a big deal. Again, congratulations to my cousin, Mr. Dr. Bryant Green. That's Always Best Care, Senior Living. And of course, you got Caretha. That's Corray Creations. That's the best food in the city, y'all. I'm telling you, when you taste her cooking, you ain't gonna want nobody else's. Trust me. And y'all can reach them on Instagram. And of course, we got We in the Kitchen, The Recipe. I mean, come on, we talk about PIW. We talking about my man Bills, my man Knox. That's the Dream Teams, the football segment. Y'all already know. We spend a block on that too, and we'll be back to y'all next week. Bills is back on his feet. I talked to him today, y'all. He's supposed to make an appearance tonight. Who knows? We might see that. So listen, we appreciate that. And then, of course, in association with Keisha's Passion for Fashion, I just talked to Keisha last night. She's coming back. Spring, she's going to have a whole new show for y'all. New twist, new spin. So look forward to that. And then also, Cocky Connections, Waiting to Inhale. My girl, I wanted to get her on the show today. I sent her a DM, but I know she's a diva now because she's getting a lot of audience views. But Cocky, you still owe me. All right, y'all. But listen, we're going to get right into this show. T, listen, I couldn't wait to do it. you're going to start with reading the topics to me, but at the same time, or you could give them to me, whatever you want to do. You can read them and we could talk about it because I did send them to you. She had homework, y'all. She definitely had homework. So I'm thinking she did her homework. So we'll see what that looks like.
I love homework. I'm not showing my nerd side.
Take your time.
Because I am.
Again, listen, y'all, Total Define Entertainment, your boy EDUB. I'm always after dark. Instagram, Eric Stacks Doe. E-Stacks Doe, I'm sorry. Eric Frazier on Facebook. And come on, y'all. You already know where y'all can find us. That's Total Define Entertainment. It's on YouTube. Ain't hard to find. Hit that notification bell. When y'all do, we appear. And as my man Knox would say and Bills would say, voila.
Okay, so this is one all of the topics that you sent to me I found very interesting.
Okay.
But this was one that I especially with all of the things that's like floating around on social media about like you know, a bunch of women saying, "Oh, I'm not going to Cheesecake Factory on a date," and you know, all of that kind of stuff. So this one really like kind of stuck out to me, and that one is sorry. Is money a factor in your decision on dating someone? If not, what is? What does it look like? Character, personality, and or career?
What do you think about that? I thought that was pretty interesting because here's my thing, right? Like when you meet someone, and I think from a guy's perspective, it's the look first. It's got to be something dynamic there for me to attract.
Visual. They can't help
that part, and that's why I said you could kind of chime in big time here. So for me, when we talk about that dynamic about where would we go on my first date and what that looks like and how much would I stand, I think when you're interested in someone. And men are impressionable. Well, I know I am. So it's going to be somewhere decent.
Yeah.
And it's going to impress you enough to where it's intimate where we can have a conversation and we can really get to find out what it looks like. Not so much focused on where we went to eat, but what did we communicate or talked about when we ate. So let's hear your spiel on that. What are you thinking?
I feel like for me, I would want him to pick and choose first with no judgment, right?
Right.
So if it's, let's say, Cheesecake Factory, right?
Right.
And that's where we're going on the first date. Okay, that's cool. That's your lane. Maybe we're going to Cheesecake Factory just because you don't know.
Right.
You know, you haven't dated me. So
right.
That was always okay in the past. So I'm not going to judge you on that because I'm a firm believer in that just because you have money doesn't mean you're a generous man and you're a provider.
That's a fact.
And just because you don't have a lot of money doesn't mean that you're not a generous man or a provider.
Facts.
Right? So if you're taking me to Cheesecake Factory, that's probably what you can afford, right? It doesn't mean that we're not going to have those great experiences. You know what I mean?
And then they're back too. I just forgot to mention these people. Let me just mention them because I want them to chime into this same question. And I'm going to read it again off of T's phone because I want them to hear it first. So that's my man, BG. BG, welcome to the show, baby. All right, then we got JB and BG. Thanks for y'all showing up, man, to the show. Appreciate y'all. Always. And then, of course, I got my best friend, my fiance. We get married next June. Listen, I can't make it up. We're flying out. And listen, we're going to have a ball, y'all, because, I mean, we actually rented out a whole hotel. There's nobody else staying there but us.
Yeah.
The whole family just in one hotel. There, you will see no one else partying at this spot. It's going to be crazy. So now, let me read this question again because I want everybody to hear it, and we're going to really chime in on what's going on. Come on.
Okay. Is money a factor in your decision on dating someone? If not, what is? Looks, character, or personality, and or career?
All right, y'all. We're going to start in the back. We're going to start with JB. You pretty fond of this, I think, the situation, which is, does money matter in a relationship? Is it looks? Is it character? Is it personality? And or career? We back, y'all. You see, we're going to edit some stuff, I know. But either way, it's about the third time I read this. I ain't going to lie to y'all.
For editing.
All right, so is money a factor in a relationship? In your decision on dating someone? I'm sorry, I'm checking. It's all up.
You know why? Is that the punctuation?
I know. That's me.
I'm English
no.
fanatic. Like,
that's
why I got confused a little bit too.
If not, what does? The looks somebody's has, the character, the personality, and or what they do for a living. Is that your your decision on dating someone? Of course, Brian and JB started with no, more or less like T said when we were in the green room, guys were visual. So if you got a fat ass or you got some knockers or whatever that looks like, first thing I'm looking at before I even look at your face is Doodle's like, no, I ain't gonna say Doodles.
before
But no, but again, like I think, and I want to say this, right? As younger men, we're more physically attracted than we are mentally attracted.
Right.
I think as we get older, we learn to understand what that looks like in real time because you mature, you slow down, so you give yourself enough time to let the little head not guide the way so much.
Right.
If it's making sense.
Absolutely.
All right, so bounce off of that. What we talking? What you think?
For me, no, money isn't a factor. What's important to me is if you're a leader and a provider, and if you're generous, right? Because I don't.
How generous do I have to be?
You need to enough to make me feel like, okay, my man got me.
Okay.
Because I feel like if I got me, I work hard,
right,
to provide for myself.
Okay.
To do things for myself. Like I never expect a man to do for me what I can't do for myself.
I feel you. Okay.
So, however, though, I don't ever want to feel like I'm in a position where I have to worry about if he got me. You know what I mean? Like, don't
like just
make
just
sure
know.
I'm good. Make sure I'm good. Whatever that.
So
might
for
look
you,
like.
your factor. So that's not a factor. Money's not the factor. Personality. I mean, what about the personality part?
Personality,
because you can have some people that are superficial, meaning they talk a good game, but then when you walk them through the door, they shell shot.
No, I need for you to say what you mean, what you say what you mean.
Okay,
right?
That's big.
I need for you to follow through.
Okay.
Whatever I need for your actions to align with your words.
Y'all hear that, right? Like I can't make this shit up.
And I don't need for you to throw me broken promises. You know what I mean? I'm a grown woman. You know what I mean? Like if it's no, it's no. If it's yes, it's yes. I expect for you to do what you say, whatever that is, and whatever that looks like.
Okay.
And that comes with character. So I really look
that's
at
dope.
character because that's something you can't teach.
That's a fact.
So
and I think just chiming off you a little bit with that, right? And then we'll get to our guests and ask their opinions on this same question. Because as we talked about, when we had our little powwow during the week, when we do our homework, y'all, to figure out how we gonna come to y'all, what the audience really want to perceive in what we're talking about, right? So for me, I thought that was pretty interesting because when you talk about personality, character, again, like I said, when you're a younger man, that shit don't matter. I'm just trying to hit the skins. I'm gonna just keep it a bean with you. But as you get older and you start to realize what matters most, right here, bro. If she ain't got a good ticker up top, I'm cool because that already going to tell me you got character, you have a great personality. Because once I hear you speak and we're talking in length and we know what that looks like after a few times of having a conversation, whether it's on the phone or we out having brunch or we just kicking it somewhere. I want to know that when you walk in that door with me that you're able to hold your own because I might say, damn, I got to go upstairs. I might have to handle this business. Now you represent us when I leave. So if you're not setting a great example, I have a problem with somebody being able to stand on their own 2 feet, That's right. Sorry, we're going to bring our guests back in. Karita, what do you think about that? What's a decision factor for you in dating someone?
Well, money is not a factor, but stability is. So with how you show up means everything to me. So I shouldn't have to tell you certain things because as a man at our age, this big age,
absolutely,
you should already be in place. You should be established, have your own things. So as far as what I have, I'm already settled. So you should already be able to meet me where I am.
All right, so like now we're going to go past the money part. Now, is it the looks, the character, or the personality, or what he does for a living?
Character. Character means everything to me because character decides how you live, how you work, how you spend, how you show up. So character is a big thing for me.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, listen. I mean, like we said before, like we can't make this stuff up, right? That's why I bring real people in real time to get you guys to understand from different people's perspective because we've all dated. We've all had experience with dating. We've been in real relationships. We've all been married. We've all been through some things. So we try to give y'all that absolute, concrete, real. Because if we can't tell you, I'm telling you, with all of the dynamics I done know and I done lived with in this room, trust me, it's a lot of stuff that we've been through to understand and know what that looks like. So we're going to move on to...
Wait, but JB want to chime in.
Come on, B, talk to me.
No, I was saying, like,
go ahead.
You said when you meeting somebody, right?
Yeah.
So if you're on these dating sites it's visual.
Facts.
You know, now
Facts.
if you're friends with somebody on social media or something like that, you notice their beauty, you notice women notice how handsome somebody is, and they're friends, so they get to know their character, their humor, and all that stuff without dating them. But initially, like if you meet somebody, you don't know nothing about them but what you see for your eyes. And, you know, us as men, we visual anyway.
Right.
You know?
Let me ask you, because I said something, and I'm gonna let T chime in because she's dying to kind of rebuttal with something you said. So no, go ahead though, go.
Because he said like with like social media and all of that now that we have today, like it really shows character.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer in that. So whenever I meet someone, because most of everybody that I'm connected to on social media, I've known my entire life,
that's
right?
yeah,
like
yeah.
us, we grew up together from the same hood, right?
Yeah.
But whenever I'm meeting
y'all hear that? We from the same hood. Can you believe it? Look how beautiful she is.
We are.
How can we be from the She can't be from North Philly. Y'all say they ratchet, they crazy.
I got out a little bit, but you know. But this is my home. But whenever I'm meeting somebody, that's the first thing I do. I ask. Are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Are you on TikTok? Whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And when they say no, that's a red flag to me.
Okay.
Because I feel like
you're hiding something.
2026.
Yeah, you're hiding something going on.
What's going on?
That you can't be on social media.
So then, or if they say yes and I'm adding them, I go.
All right, B, this is a good one. Hold on. You just said something, Brian. You're not on no social media platform. She said, now this is crazy because, yo, folks, this is why I say this is awesome. This is what makes this show. Now listen to what she said. She said she couldn't imagine someone who wasn't on social media because you would find that what, T?
A red flag.
That would be a red flag for her. Now, my brother, I mean, from another mother. We grew up from when they say sandbox, my man BG. So listen.
My man is not on social media. He does not need to be. Thank you.
But
all right, so wait a minute. Hold on, B. B, come on, B. Chime in. You don't have social media. So would you feel like, well, Brian, you kind of are on social media. You met Charlotte on social media, right?
Social media is not, I mean.
But I'm not saying like you have to be on
it's
there.
Not?
You're active.
No, that's not social media.
I feel like that's a part of the internet, social media.
Social media.
Social media.
That's where I think our opinions differ with that because I feel like
you at least have an account. You at least have an account. You may have
know your man. Some men don't belong on social media. They don't know how to handle it. So I'm
but see, I
now she's hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. That was a moment. That was a moment coming from Caretha. Now she goes back to be Caretha Moore because at the end of the day, no, come out with that. She said that for a reason. Say that again, Reed.
Some people don't belong on social media. They don't know how to
I need to see her face. Come here. I need to see your face when you say that.
Yo, this is gonna be a dope show, y'all. Y'all see, we on one. So listen. And Reed, you could kind of go in a little bit with that. Why doesn't certain men need to be on? Hold on, B. I'm gonna let you go.
Cause she right though. Some of them don't know how to act.
All right, B. Come on, talk to me.
What do you need social media for, though?
Well, I'm not saying that you need it or you need to be active on it. But when you're meeting someone and you're out there in the dating world, we're in 2026. Everybody have an account unless you're. I don't like sneaky, or I don't like to feel like I'm trying to figure out who you are, what you're doing, and should I even waste the time? You know, so and it's not like.
Is that a deal? Let me ask you. Since you said that's a rare flag, let's do this. This will really cut through the chase for everybody and our audience. Listen again. Total Define Entertainment. We ain't hard to find. We on YouTube. So is that a deal breaker for you?
It's not a deal breaker for me, but it's kind of, it makes my antennas go up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it makes me feel like I'm like, okay, now I have more questions, right?
What?
And I have to pay attention a little bit more.
That's what we talking about.
And I need to ask you, why don't you have social media?
Well, talk to our audience because again, I think sometimes people, you need to understand, right? Like we all have different backgrounds, experiences. We've been around long enough, and none of us look like it, but we all been around long enough to know what it looks like in terms of not being in a social media era to being in one.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, for me too, I would be a little kind of befuddled if I met a female and she didn't have a social media account. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question.
No, the reason why I say that because I rekindled my whole situation by reaching out to my fiance, who now we're getting married next June. You know, we did the whole engagement over in the DR last year. You know, we get outside a little bit. But Zaroma, how do you feel about that? Because at the end of the day, that's how we met. We met on social media.
Well, we met on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, we met before Facebook, but We rekindled our relationship.
No, I don't do that.
MySpace.
What's up?
No, we.
It was a long time ago.
Who said MySpace?
Well, you ain't need no damn social media.
No, we met at the Crabtrees.
So it wasn't no social media.
No.
All right, can we answer the question at least? This is what's going on. They back there having their own conversation, y'all. No, so I'm asking her, does it matter if her man is on social media? We just piggybacking off of what you and Tyra went back and forth by. What was that? I didn't hear that. What she say?
You don't have a choice.
You don't have no choice. Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, well, you
all right, do it all for it. That's what she's saying. She don't need
that's why I did that, y'all. I purposely did that because
I have a Facebook and that's all I have. Like I don't have Instagram. I don't have TikTok.
But you have an account though, right?
No, I don't. I just have Facebook.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you have a Facebook account,
yeah,
even though.
The only reason why
and that's what I
I'm
mean.
on Facebook is because basically it's a family. We have a family thread.
Right. I'm gonna say this, y'all. I really need on Instagram because once she gets a channel, it allows my show to grow even more. It's not for the purpose of her personal use if she doesn't choose to, but this is just supporting the effort that we got going on here. But I understand my girl's very low key. She's very in the back, the shadows, as I will say, when it comes to her personality with certain things. It's like last week, y'all saw she wasn't too happy about being on camera, but hey, I made up for it because listen, we had a great week. I love her, she loves me, and that's all that really matters. But again, we on Facebook. I'm Eric Frazier, and that's where you can find me. Also, I'm Stacks Doe. That's on Instagram. And listen, y'all see me? We in real time on YouTube. All right, T, so we're going to go to our next question. On our first episode of E&T show with the ladies, since Nikki couldn't be here, we love you, Nikki. Caritha, she's spinning the block. She gave us our drinks. Y'all saw her, my sister, my best friend. She's cool. She chilling.
All right.
All right, so here we go, y'all. Listen. When you have a friend, right? Listen to this one, y'all. Hear me out. T, you've been particular because you right here in front of me. When you have a friend that you talk to about your relationship, do they have the right to say anything about your man? And if so, why? And if not, why?
Hold on. What was the question again? Hey, I'm sorry.
When you have a friend that you talk to about your relationship, now for y'all, it'll be women, but since it was a lady show, but do they have the right to say anything about your man or woman? And if so, why? And if no, why? And if not, why?
So for me,
and I'll continue to read it out, y'all.
I'm a firm believer. Like I don't.
You gotta have somebody that you talk to, though, right?
My sisters, right?
Okay.
I have one or two friends that I have talked to about a certain thing in my relationship, right?
Right.
But there's nobody that knows what's going on in my relationship, as the things that we beef about and the things that we argue about, right? But I'm a firm believer that doesn't happen until I'm ready to walk away, because I don't want to hear what you have to say about my man, right?
Yeah.
Or like to voice your opinion, right? So if I'm coming to you and I'm like, oh, he cheated on me, he did this, or I'm having this problem, I'm having this issue. When you start to learn my business, that's because I'm ready to leave. Because I have friends who have been in relationships, right? And they come to me and they have these issues and they're going through things, and I'm listening and I'm hearing and I'm trying to show that support. However, they aren't doing anything about it, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not that person to tell you to leave your man. That's not my place.
Right. Now I'm gonna just say this, right? I'm gonna chime in with that because I've been on both sides of that coin. Mm-hmm. Right? Where I've been in situations where I've told people things and they tried to use it against me, right? But it still worked in my favor, if that makes sense. Because sometimes you intrigue a person even more when you talk down about somebody else. Yeah. Because now they really want to get to know you because it's like, damn, is he really this way, right? So now in real time, I've been in situations also where I didn't say anything and it might have hurt me by not saying anything because I didn't share something in a moment that was really crucial for the relationship. Right. You know what I mean? And not knowing how to tell somebody because I was embarrassed by it. And at that time, my ego was on 50. Mm-hmm. So, no, y'all, I can't say 50. I was all the way the fuck out there. So because of that whole situation for me was different because I didn't want my brothers to know certain things. And I never forget, and this is in real time, y'all, and we're going to talk about this truth. Brian called me up. He's here today on this show. And he said, yo, E, man, I got something to rap to you about. I'm like, what? He said, yo, It's something populating on Facebook. You need. And Brian, am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
So listen, I can't make this shit up, y'all. Like he said to me, yo, like it's
That's
being
what
told
friends
that you having a baby is just like here. I said, B, it ain't all. He said, E, you gonna have to like get off Facebook like soon as possible because it's blowing up like the government just did. You know what I mean? So when we think about that in real time, I never forget when I started dating my fiance. I posted a picture, and she'll tell you because I don't make shit up, y'all. Ain't no reason for me to lie. At 57 years old, I was born in 1968. Everything I'm telling y'all, this is why this show is so raw. But I say all this to say that when you come into a situation and you make it somewhat your own, you have to understand those other people's toes that you're standing on, right? Yep. And being an egotistical maniac, I'll keep it a bean. I was a fucking noodle. I ran all over the city. That's how I know how to get around the city. It ain't because of the dynamics of the street or how the street light look or the corner store. It was because every fucking neighborhood I had a female. And I'm not being cocky, conceited, or anything. This is just how it was. Me, B, and G, we ran the streets. I mean, that's what we did. Am I lying, B?
B is back there being quiet.
I mean, don't do that to me on my first episode. He was quiet as a church. You can hear fucking mouse.
You can hear
Listen, you can hear the fucking mouse piss on cotton. All right, y'all. So let's do that, right, y'all? So when we think about that, right, when we have a friend that you talk to, and all you guys had somebody that you talk to, and I don't know who wanted to start, but everybody has somebody that they talk to about a relationship, and how does that look if they say something that not necessarily offends you, but they raise your antennas on how they answer?
We defend our man, we change it up a little bit.
Come on, answer the way you see fit. Ain't no.
Well, see, put it like this: when you share your information with somebody, they got the right to say what the hell they want to say.
That's right.
Because you shared it with them.
There you go. That's JB. That's my brother.
That's why I don't share. That's
why
I don't
share. You put the microphone back there, right? Okay.
You're absolutely right. That's what I was saying. I don't share.
And I always say, one of my favorite sayings before we go, people only know what you tell them.
That's right.
But one of the things that people have to start doing is being accountable for their actions. If you are talking to me about something, you have to be able to take my opinion and run with it. So if you're telling me that you were cheating and you were doing this and you were doing that, and you got caught or whatever the case might be, or he got caught, I have the right to say what I need to say.
That's right.
Now let me ask you, because you've been on, come on, me and you, now we best friends for real, because we talk damn near every day. Now you done had some situations, we ain't gonna name no names, we don't do that on this show. But we're going to subliminally talk about your ass, and that's just some real shit.
You know I'm open.
Listen, okay, well, we like open book tonight then, y'all. That's Caretha, Career Creations. Y'all can find them on Instagram. So, Reed, we've had conversations where somebody said something that you said that they didn't like, and all of a sudden your relationship go from being super solid to being a little fragile.
That's because people are not accountable for their actions. They only want you to be yes people. And I'm not that. I'm a realist. So if you come to me, you better be able to want it raw. And I'm going to give it to you. I lost a friend
because of that.
That's what we do on this show.
And you got to take it. So if you come to me and you're saying to me now, like she said, I would never tell nobody to leave their man. I would never tell nobody to break up with their woman. But at the end of the day, what you see is what it is. So
now, you know what's funny?
Me all these things. And what you want me to say? Oh, you know it's okay. It's all right.
You be okay.
Yo, and it's funny, fellas, because we've all had conversations with each other about people that we were with, B and J. So in that scope of things, we've had those conversations. Like, and I know we've had some extended ones. All right, this is Roma, my fiance. She got a drink. She probably got a drink in her hand right now too, y'all.
I gotta hear this.
This is all sober. But when you're confiding in people and you're talking and you're saying what the issues are, make sure that you say both sides of the issues, not just be
That's right.
You have to say, okay, this is not going on, this is not.
I ain't good at that, y'all. I blame them all for every fucking thing.
But you have to say, oh, maybe this is not happening because of this, or maybe I might have did something to do it's a cause and an effect.
You know,
so it's a reason for why somebody
tell the whole story.
This, or why somebody might not be doing this. It's not like, oh, all of a sudden this happened.
Do y'all hear that?
You gotta check your stuff to say, damn.
Yes.
Why is this going on and why is not going on?
Zaroma, can I say something? Yo,
I'm talking.
Oh, I love it.
I'm still talking. I'm
what?
saying in general.
We can't make it up, y'all. She just cussed me out on my own show.
He said if you could find somebody or they able. So for instance, if you tell me something about your person,
Right.
Am I allowed to say, oh, it's effed
So
up?
hold on. All right. So I tell you something about Eric.
No, about your girlfriend.
About your girl. About my girl. Okay.
Yeah, your girl. So
you're talking to me.
Okay. I tell John.
Am I allowed to say something about
her?
Right. That part.
Anything about her?
That part.
If you say, you know what, she used my credit card the other night and spent $500 without my authorization.
This on ENT
Is it okay for him to say that's fucked up, man? Why would she do that? You can't trust her, or should he just listen to you?
You can say that. I'm gonna say that's fucked up.
I was about to say, see,
that part
is different with us though because we brothers.
But I'm gonna also ask, did she use it before without asking? Like, what changed?
One of the biggest things, and not cutting anybody off, one of the biggest things that we have, we tell everybody everything. So then it becomes too much.
No, I don't believe that because we don't do that.
We don't do that. I'm very private about my problems. You'll know, when it's all good. But
bring that down. Yeah.
I'm a believer in public. We need to be on the same page, right?
Yeah.
And when we're inside, we can fight, yell, whatever.
Yeah.
But we're never going to walk outside those doors and everybody else know what we're going through.
Yeah.
Like,
now, see here, this is what makes this show so dope, y'all, right? Like, I got my brothers and sisters here tonight, and this is one of the things that I was trying to build with this show. When we talked about the realness in real time, what relationships, what that looks like, and how people tend to have their own opinion and objective and perspective when it comes to what that should look like at that moment, because you don't know how you're going to react to a situation until it happens.
That's right.
Right? So I've had friends that I've really stopped talking to this day, and my fiance could vouch for me in this situation. We went to a party about 2 years ago, maybe even longer now. It's probably been that long, but we went to a party and we felt like when we stepped into the room, like the whole vibe changed. We walked from the upstairs to the downstairs. The vibe changed. All of a sudden now I'm arguing with the fiance because it's like something just wasn't feeling right, because when we went downstairs, nobody spoke. But then she lied to her maid and said she did speak. My girl made the reference, you didn't speak. And when we spoke, you didn't say anything. So that led to me and one of my closest friends, man, for a long time. It made me feel uncomfortable because I was kind of hoping that he would have stepped in and said something to his girl like, yo, listen, that's my brother. Respect his wife. Respect what that looks like. Babe, you remember that situation?
Yes.
We can't make this shit up, y'all. This is in real time. And this is why I say what you value. And as I talk to my brothers today, and one in particular, I ain't going to say he was at work because I don't want him to get fired. But at the end of the day, we talked for a long time. And we talked about some things. And he knows exactly what I'm talking about. We talked about some things that was in real time where he said, I'm glad that you made up with this individual. And we didn't all the way make up yet, but I extended an olive branch because I saw something in real time that was so near and dear to my heart. My second mom, but she's really like a mom to me anyway, Miss Lorraine Gordon, man. I ain't want to give you a government out, mom, but I had to do it. They had a New Year's Eve get together, and my brothers were all together, and minus me. And when I saw that in real time, man, it brought back so many memories to see this individual in this picture. And I just said on that particular night and at that time, it's time for me to let go of the bullshit. And this is sometimes when you realize where.
Best friend, you ain't telling me that, best friend.
I know.
Damn.
I've been holding that one in for a minute. So I'll just say this much, y'all. I'm growing up. I'm growing up. I'm trying to figure this thing out still. And I think, when we talk about some of these things in real time, because we're going to cut out break and then we're going to come back and we're going to do the second part of this show where we got 2 more questions. But then I got a real special question for the ladies before we cut out altogether. And again, man, we on Total Define Entertainment. We ain't hard to find. YouTube. It's the new ENT show, the relationship show, co-starring a whole lot of people. Y'all going to be hearing different people all season long. But this is the second part of our second show. As y'all already know, the first show had Nikki and Correct Creations. That's better known as Caretha Moore, the proprietor of that business. Best food in the city. But listen, so all that being said, we're going to keep it real. We're going to give y'all the real. And this is what I say. Nobody knows better than you. I don't want y'all to not be real on this show. I need that. I need that energy because people out there that have super high anxiety, mental issues because they don't know how to deal with their mate or even be able to speak out about the things that's bothering them about them meat. Because I know my fiance, she can't deal with me, not even one more fucking second sometimes. And I already know I put her through the ringer. But I love you, baby, and trust me, I don't mean it. But this is one of the things that makes the dynamic of our relationship what it is. Yes. I heard that child in, y'all. But listen, T, you gonna let them know where they can find you. Of course, that's on Total Define Entertainment, y'all. YouTube. And we're gonna spin the block and we're gonna get into our next set of questions with our panel in the back. That's JB, that's BG, that's Caretha, that's Aroma. And you already know. I'm your boy EDUB. I'm After Dark. So T, spin the block on them and we're gonna get out of here. We'll see y'all on part 2.
You can find me on Instagram, Tyra Sherelle. That's CHARELLE, and also on Facebook, Tyra Sherelle. TikTok, Tyra Sherelle. Yeah, pretty active on all of those. I'm gonna tell you something and I can't make this shit up. T, tell them about a time when I would always include you in my group messages. And what you told me in real time. Stop tagging me.
Yo, the funniest shit ever, y'all.
Stop tagging me.
The funniest shit ever. I said, all right. Yo, so I had to remove her because she said, E, stop tagging me in all your shit. So we say that to say that this is going to be the new show. Again, Total Define Entertainment. Come on,
comments and all of the likes, and my phone is dinging.
They're dinging, I know.
And I'm like, damn, I see it, I like it, and then it's like somebody coming in there, they're clicking, and I'm like, what? And I look to see what I'm actually tagged, and I'm like, what the fuck? This doesn't even concern me.
Yeah, not at all. But listen, y'all, we're going to tag her a lot more moving forward. Again, this is the E&T show on Total Define Entertainment. We ain't hard to find. Like I said, hit that notification bell at the bottom. It's 2026. This is the first of our only episode, be just the E&T. And then, of course, we got the ladies, man. You already know Nikki, Caretha. And then we're going to have our special guests popping in and out during the season. She might bring some special guests in that I don't even know about yet.
Oh, yeah.
So we got some things that we're going to have y'all looking forward to. Again, man, I'm Eric Frazier on Facebook. See, look. And then we got Eastx Doe on Instagram. You already know Association with Cocky K. That's Waiting to Inhale. Her new shows are coming. You got Keisha's Passion for Fashion, the new fashion line, and all the things she got coming. We just talked about all the creativity that she got coming to her show, and that's Keisha's Passion for Fashion. Then, of course, my boys, my man Knox, my man Bills, PRW, always in the building. I just saw that. I'm a little jealous, Bills. I need one of those. I need to where I'm from, what I'm made of, the cloth I'm cut from. I'm a little jealous of you and Latif. Y'all been doing some things over there. All right, but that's my man Bills, my man Knox. That's the recipe. That's already, we in the kitchen. I heard the dishes shaking in the background when you was doing that, Joe. I'm jealous. All right, y'all, we out of here. We love y'all. Peace.